Morning, it's National Weather Service Office in Pocatello with a weather briefing here for Friday morning, November 16th. Starting off with satellite and radar imagery combination here. We have a frontal boundary here dropping southward from Canada along the continental divide. The radar imagery in green here shows some showers with that little frontal band, and it will be continuing to move slightly southward through most of the day today. Most of the big event and precip won't happen until later tonight. It'll take a little while for it to get down here. So by 11 a.m. this morning here, we should, according to the model outlook, we see the beginning of the precipitation moving into the Island Park area, maybe as far south as about Ashton Hill about that time. By 5 p.m., the frontal activity here is slowed a little bit along the continental divide, taking its little time to get across this initially. So as we move into 11 p.m., that's when we're making the biggest move here with our frontal band here, dropping through Ashton Hill down to Driggs, Idaho Falls area here, with our rain snow mix initially changing over to snow this evening as it comes southward. By 5 a.m. in the morning, we'll be all the way down here to Soda Springs and going through the Pocatello area. And by 11 a.m. Saturday, it's all but moved completely free of the state here. Probably by about 2 p.m. Saturday, it will be completely out of our area, with clearing skies taking shape behind this frontal system. So if we start back here and look at snow accumulations here this morning, generally early on, maybe upwards of an inch on Reynolds Pass area up here north of Island Park. Moving into the afternoon hours, expecting about another inch here up here towards Reynolds Pass area here, so that may be making it up, bringing in total up to about 2 inches by that time. Most of the snow accumulations further south are probably still at or a little below an inch at this time, with the exception of the terrain here by Driggs here. Locally higher amounts there. Going through the nighttime hours, we expect that just about all the precip will change over to snow, and it will be dropping southward, and the snow will pick up over the higher terrain in here, 1 to 2 inches here during the overnight hours. And then early Saturday morning, finishing up as the snow begins to move out of our area, an extra half an inch or so about that time. The total accumulations look something like this, upwards 2 to 3 inches up here along the Montana border here. Island Park area, 2 to 3, dropping down towards Ashton Hill, 2-ish around Driggs, some 3 to 4 inch snow amounts in here, and generally less than 1 along most of the Interstate 15 corridor here. There will be some extension of this frontal band felt all the way over towards the Central Mountains here between Mackay and Haley area over here, but very little accumulation overall, generally less than an inch, except for a few of the higher peaks in here, maybe catching 1.5 inches to 2 inches here on this. But overall, not a great deal for the Central Mountain areas. As the front goes through, we will see a little bit of a southerly wind shifting to a north wind here later this evening here, about 10, 11 p.m., 10 to 15 miles per hour winds out of the north, and not too gusty though, just mostly a steady wind in here. Given that the snow amounts are not particularly heavy, though, less than an inch, shouldn't be a lot of blowing and drifting taking place, but will be enough to draw the visibility down a little bit along the interstate, possibly in there, with the snow kind of turning a little bit horizontal in there at times. That concludes the briefing for this morning. If you have any questions, please give us a call at the number on the slide.